What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be working on my mom's 2014 Mustang GT, and we are going to be installing a sub. Went ahead and bought, this is just an 8-inch sub. It's a Boss, and I got a wiring kit too and just some screws, and I just had this kicker amp laying around. I'm going to go ahead and start with taking the interior apart to get to the stereo. Alright, I already got started. I actually took apart all of this, but it turns out there's actually not an accessory wire to the stereo or anything. So I went ahead and I searched around and I found one right back here in the trunk, this purple and light blue one. So I'm gonna go ahead and splice off of that one and hook it up to the amp. Alright, so right here we got the purple wire hooked up, and as you can see, the light's on. And then if I go ahead and come and turn the key off and look at it again, now the light is off. So that's an accessory wire, so I'm gonna go ahead and hook that up to the amp. Alright, I went ahead and opened up the wiring kit, and here's the remote wire right here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use this Scotch lock thing. I went ahead and crimped the thing on here, and I crimped it on the accessory wire too, the remote wire. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug it in. I went ahead and got the remote wire all hooked up. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'm gonna do the ground wire right to this bolt right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and splice the eyelet on and then go ahead and put it on there. Alright, got the ground all bolted up. I'm gonna go ahead and put all this back together. And now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start putting on the power wire and go all the way from the battery all the way to the trunk. Alright, I went ahead and popped all these clips up real quick, and you take that off and you can see the stock wiring harness right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just follow this all the way to the firewall and go through that with the power wire. Alright, I got it all through this part. Now I'm gonna go ahead and stick it right through this little hole, and it goes through into the fender. Alright, I went ahead and got it up through that little hole right there, and it comes around into the fender well right here. Go ahead and pull that all the way through. Alright, I went ahead and took all these little clips out for the inner fender. Most of them just turn a little bit and then pop out. So now I should be able to pull the whole thing out. Now I can see right where it goes into the firewall right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and run the wire the rest of the way through the firewall. Alright, went ahead and finally got it through the firewall. Now that I got the wire all the way up there, I'm gonna go ahead and put the inner fender all the way back in. Alright, now that we got it through the firewall, go ahead and you can just pull up on this piece and it just comes right off. This piece I'm gonna go ahead and pry out just enough to get the wire under it. I'm gonna go ahead and run that all the way to here. Alright, went ahead and just pried that up with the screwdriver and got it all the way under here. So now I'm just gonna, I think I'm gonna start going up here and see where it goes and then put this piece back on. Alright, now we're gonna go ahead and remove the seat. It's just a little clip right up under here. You just push towards the back of the car. Just like that. You just push this little piece backwards. And I already did the other side, so now it's just gonna come right up and I can get it out. Alright, I went ahead and just put the wire around this whole thing and went all the way through it. So now I'm gonna go ahead and pull it all the way through. And then I'm just gonna go up through the top of the seat and into the trunk. Alright, went ahead and got it. I put it under this stuff and up into the trunk. So I went ahead and put this back on, and now I'm gonna go ahead and put the rear seat back in. Alright, now that we got it all installed and you can't see the wire anywhere, and that's all back together, the only place you can see the wire is right here. And it did come with a little bit of loom, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead and put that over there so you don't just see the red wire there. Alright, I got the wire all loomed up. I'm gonna go ahead and put the plate back on now. All right, now that I got the plastic piece all on, I'm gonna go ahead and put the fuse in. I'm just gonna cut a little piece right here so I can put it to power to the fuse and then hook it back up to the wire. So I'm just gonna cut it like right here. All right, we got all the wires hooked up, and they even had speaker wires already back here, so I'm assuming they already had a sub back here. But I'm gonna go ahead and pick up all the wires and put the carpet back in. All right, now that all the wires are done, I'm gonna go ahead and hook up the power, ground, and the remote right here. All right, now that we got the ground and the remote hooked up, I'm gonna go ahead and put the power in. You can see it light up right there. Before I screw in the sub, I'm gonna go ahead and hook up the wires. So I already went and cut the wire to size. I'm gonna go ahead and crimp females on all of these. All right, got those all in. I'm gonna go ahead and put the one with the white lettering on negative. Put the one with lettering on negative and the other one on positive. There we go. With the letters facing the right way. I'm gonna start all the screws first. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and tighten them all down now. It's all together now, so now I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the car. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and I hooked up this one already, the white letters to ground and the other one to power. So now I'm gonna go ahead and hook it up here. I looked it up, it says that you're supposed to use left positive and then right negative. I don't know if that matters too much, but I'm gonna go ahead and just do it like that. All right, now we got everything together. We just need to plug in this device. It changes the speaker wires into RCA wires. And I don't know which of these wires to use, so I'm just gonna have to test all of them and see what happens. I'm gonna go ahead and hook up the amps wires to amp 1, I believe. So now I guess I'm gonna go ahead and start testing. All right, so I already figured out the combination. It's pretty easy. It's just it works either way, like negative or positive, it doesn't matter. You just have to have the gray ones together or the white ones together, and it doesn't matter which way the RCA's either. You could switch them either way. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna show you guys what it sounds like without the sub, and then I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what it sounds like with the sub. Let's see what it sounds like without the sub. A little bit of bass, but not much. I'm gonna go ahead and hook up the sub now. I'm excited to show you guys. I'm pretty impressed with 1/8 subs, so 1 8-inch sub. So here it is with the bass on. I don't know if you can hear the difference or not. I might mess with the tuning a little bit, but I think it sounds way better than it did. One more time. All right, so these wires were actually like not hooked up or something. They weren't working, so I think I'm just gonna cut those off or something, and then I'm just gonna go off one of the side speakers and just splice off that one and go right into the box. All right, I went ahead and tuned it some more. To tune it, you just take these 2 screws out on the side, and all of this side is the number 2 amp, which we're not using, so I just turned all that off. And I don't know what most of this stuff means, but I just did it to where it sounded the best. So all right, now that I got everything hooked up and everything working, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and mount the amp right on top of the sub box. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now and route all the wires nicely. I think I'm gonna go ahead and mount it like this. You have the sub controls over here, and then all the wires will be coming out. I want it facing this way because this lines up right here, and then the ground is on this side of the car, and also the power is on this side. So I'm gonna go ahead, and after I do all that, then the sub will sit just right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and screw the amp in now. I got it centered on here. Now I'm gonna go ahead and start screwing it in. All right, got it screwed on there. It's pretty stable. Now I'm gonna go ahead and start routing the wires. All right, so this is what I got so far. I got the amp screwed in, you guys saw that, and then I'm gonna start off with the 3 essentials. I need to make the ground a little bit longer, but the ground is just gonna come right out here like the rest. And then we got the remote wire, just goes down here and under the carpet. And then the ground, which just goes right into the side right here. And then we got the RCA cables, which I just have it going right here, and then I just have it coming right back up right here. I think I'm just gonna bundle it up on the side or something. And then comes right back up to the thing that switches it to speaker wire. So then it switches the speaker wire and comes back out, and then goes up to the rear speaker right here. So also there's adjusters on here, so I put it to where it's facing outward. And then I just got the amp going straight to the sub right here. All right, I got the power wire extended now, and I went ahead and cut this a little bit shorter and soldered those together. So now I'm gonna go ahead and start nailing everything down. All right, so at this point I actually switched the power and the ground. So I actually ended up blowing the fuse, but I went ahead and got the fuse fixed and went ahead and switched them around and nailed them back into the box. All right, I got everything nailed down. I think it looks pretty good. So we got everything on the side. I don't really like this, but I don't know what to do with it, so that's just gonna have to lay there. I got it going all the way down the side, the power and the remote wire, and then the ground wire I just have hanging here because it goes into the side up higher. And this is just flopping around too. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna leave it like that, let the wires hold it down or something. And I think that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and screw the plate back up because I'm done adjusting it. And I think that's it. I think I'm gonna go ahead and show my mom and see what she thinks. All right, here's my mom's reaction to the subs. See what she thinks.
I like it. Thank you. That does something.
All right, guys, we got the sub installed. It was actually better than I expected, being a 1 8-inch sub, so that's pretty good. And that's gonna be the end of this video. If you'd like to see more of this kind of content, then go ahead and subscribe to my channel and get that bell on so you get notifications whenever I post a video. And also, if you enjoyed this video, then go ahead and like the video.